Hi, good morning, guys. Well, the truck is all painted, and now today's project is going to be wet sanding the few runs in the clear coat that I have. I'm going to use the razor blade trick and scrape them off down to where they're pretty much level with the rest of the surrounding clear coat. And then we're going to use some of my products of the day here. We've got the 6-inch DA sander polisher from Harbor Freight. The Bauer, I don't have that part number, but it's easy to find on there. I've got some 1500 grit and some 3000 grit finishing pad or finishing discs. This one's a film, this one's foam. So, and then after these, I've got the cutting foam pad, and then the cutting and polishing, I think this is, and then the finishing foam pad. But the product I'll be using, I forgot to get that out, is this one, Turtle Wax. I've used that a lot. And so clean cut, rubbing compound, and then the Meguiar Mirror Glaze, Shilkar Glaze. That'll be the final step. And then what we're dealing with is on this side, I've got a pretty gnarly run here. I've got a paint sag here, and there's another paint sag here. And up on the Mega Cab part, I've got a little run here, and then a little bit of a paint sag here. I can't tell what that is actually, but and some garbage in the paint right there. But so those three areas, or those two areas, and then also the hood, and there's a couple other little spots of orange peel that I'm gonna test this on and see. I don't want to take it all the way off. I just want to knock the orange peel down a little bit and give it a little more of a shine. You can see if I zoom in there. I mean, that's pretty bad when you zoom in on it, but zoomed out, for the most part, it looks good out here, out here. But once you zoom in or in person and you walk up close, you can see it. I'm going to try to knock that down some. And once again, it's the first time I've ever done this, so bear with me. Let's see how this goes. First thing I'm going to have to do is wipe all the dirt off and then start from a nice clean surface there. All right, so the plan of action here is going to be using a regular straight edge razor blade that I've taped the edges. There's 2 layers of tape on each side here to give me a thickness of, I don't know what that is, but the thickness of 2 pieces of tape of a gap between the paint surface and that cutting edge of that razor blade, so that when I take it over here to the paint run and I'm actually straddling that paint run with the razor blade, I'm scraping off the drip without scraping the surrounding paint. And you drag backwards towards yourself to do this. And after just doing this right now, I'm going to see that that's probably got to be 1 layer of paint because it's not even touching. So this is a learning process. So let me take 1 layer off and try this again. But that's the idea, to slightly lathe off the layers of, I keep saying paint, but it's clear coat. It's actually working great. Patience is a virtue on this one, guys. Just find a little area and work that area till you're happy with it, and then move on to the next one. You can still feel a little nub there, and you'll notice this scraped area just keeps getting wider, indicating that I'm getting closer to a flat surface. So I'm happy with that. Oh, that feels good. And then the 1500 grit and 3000 grit will take it the rest of the way out and smooth it out a little. And this is not a show truck, so obviously. So, all right. We'll keep going at this and catch back with you guys here in a little bit. All right. So progress is being made. I'm happy with it so far. I've scraped down this big run, and then I've looked at the reflection into the off my neighbor's house there, and I could see a ripple up here where the paint was actually starting to sag before the run on both sides. So I scraped that off too. I did learn that just taking the tape off and using the straight razor blade in your hand gives you a little bit more control. I'm still nervous about going too far because I still have sandpaper to take up some of it. But when you're doing this, if you'll look where you've gone, and if I get this in the camera, like there's a good one. I'm on focus, baby. And then, so right where the shiny part meets the sanded part, when you move up and down, if you see a little, God, come on, focus. Bear with me here. Get closer. Anyway, where it's shiny and where it meets where you've sanded, if you see the shiny part kind of rolls up a little bit before it gets dull, then you still have a lip. You can see it right there on the reflection of my van out there. So that has a little bit of a raised area still here. But I'm hoping with the sand, I can't feel it, but the shine is showing it. So I'm going by feel a lot on this, so that feels the same. I don't feel anything sticking up. But visually, I'm hoping those come out with the sandpaper. And right now I'm working on this run down, or the sag. Same here, that feels good. I'm gonna leave that and let sandpaper do the rest. And then only I'm gonna know those are there when we're done, but just another little pointer that I'm learning as I go. Okay, so I'm done with the razor blade. I've got everything to where I'm happy with. A couple little pieces of dirt that I didn't see before, but all those that I see, I'm gonna just hit them with this 1500. Funny part, so I open up my sandpaper, my Hercules 1500 Harbor Freight 6-inch foam. I'm sorry, these are the non-foam, what do they call them? Sanding discs. And there's absolutely no sandpaper on this. So I thought these were defective. I was about to head back to Harbor Freight and tell them, hey, I got a defective package because this feels smooth. There is no sandpaper on that. In fact, it's kind of slick and waxy, like it almost looks like a lottery ticket. Yeah. So then I watched a YouTube video of somebody using these, and theirs were the same way. So thankfully, I don't have to make a trip to Harbor Freight. They're 1500 grit, but they're super slow at removing product. So I guess that's good. We'll give it a shot. The 3000 grit almost feels more aggressive, but anyway, we'll give this a shot on the 6-inch DA and see how that turns out. All right, still at it. And after polishing, I couldn't stand that I could still see the run. When I seen the ripple, I don't know, it's the perfectionist in me, I guess. So I got my razor blade back out, hit it again. And this other one that was over here, pretty much got that one gone. I mean, God, I can still see it though. I'm probably gonna hit that one once more and then go back over with some 3000. Once again, I am totally disappointed by the 1500 grit Hercules sandpaper that feels like wax paper. I still got to do this one. I've already hit this with a razor blade, but so it's baby steps. I'm only taking off a very little bit amount at each time I do this. I guess that's good. And I keep telling myself that the clear coat is really thick because I put it on heavy. Obviously, it's running. So. Almost the last stage. I'm polishing it out with a finishing pad, a foam pad, and the Meguiar Mirror Glaze. Pure polish for deep gloss shine. So far it's looking good. It's bringing that shine back. I do have one more trick up my sleeve. I'm going to, that's why I said second to last stage. I think after this one I'm going to try and hit it with some of this stuff. Liquid polish. I don't know what's the difference, but I don't know. Maybe this step shouldn't be used. Maybe the Meguiar's is a better end product, but oh well, I'll leave it out. Maybe I'll try it in one small little area, but I can still see where the runs were, and an experienced eye would be able to see it too, but it's a black truck. But I'm pretty happy with it. All right, and it is very time consuming, so definitely don't rush this. And one area I did here for the big run, down here, I used, I wasn't getting the results I wanted, so I used some 600 grit. Wet sanded the little area with some 600 grit, kind of blocked it out, if you'd say. And oh my God, was that hard to get out. So that took a lot of sanding with 3000 afterwards to get those sanding marks to go away. But
pausing man cave speakers.
All right, so we've flipped her around, working on the hood now. Well, half the 3/4 of the hood. I'm doing that part and the top. The side over here I'm actually happy with. And once again, I'm not trying to remove the orange peel. I'm just trying to knock it down a little bit to look more like I guess you would say a factory orange peel. And then I had an area on this fender over here where I had got my shirt into the clear coat when I was trying to spray the center of the hood, excuse me, until I learned to start with the center of the hood and work your way out. But rookie mistakes, I guess. But so I've already sanded that one down with some 3000 just to knock down a little bit of the imperfections. But I mean, once again, it's got orange peel, but it's probably even a little worse than factory, but I'm happy with it. So we'll do this one, and then I'm going to polish the hood and fender out, and then after that I'm going to wash it. It's actually starting to rain outside, but I still want to wash this rubbing compound off anywhere it's on the paint. I don't want it sitting on there too long. All right, so I've already done the hood with 3000. I'm going to wipe it off with a wet rag and then start polishing that out. All right, so I've wiped it off now, and you can see that it's hazy. And I wanted to show you the orange peel that I'm actually looking for. It's just a slight ripple. It's hazy because it hasn't been polished out yet. Over there is a little heavier. I could probably hit that again with 3000, but it's good enough for me. I'll just get a nice shine to it. And then the side that I didn't do has a nice, I like the orange peel. But, all right. Well, here she is, guys. She's all done. She got her first bath. All dried off. This is the finished final video of the old Ram project. Give you a walk around. I'm very happy with it. She makes me happy, that's for sure. Now I'll just keep her up, keep waxing it here and there, take care of it more than I did the last paint job. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time.